Hello, and welcome to Opera in Brief, the show that summarizes operas for your convenience and entertainment. Today we will be discussing Puccini's 1900 opera Tosca, which takes place in Rome in a politically unstable time. Act 1 opens with a bang as a man named Angelotti bursts into an empty church to hide from the authorities in his sister's private chapel. Meanwhile, a priest enters to pray, along with the painter you know what, we're just gonna call him by his first name, Mario. So Mario is working on a painting of a gorgeous woman, and he and the priest are not exactly silent about its resemblance to both Angelotti's sister, the Marchesa, and to Mario's lover, the singer Tosca. The priest is like, well, maybe you should only paint one girl, you know, the one you love. And he leaves mumbling about something or other. Angelotti emerges from the chapel and says that he's being pursued by Scarpia, the chief of police, who is known throughout the town for suppressing the rebellion. Mario, a revolutionary himself, agrees to help Angelotti, but Tosca's voice is heard outside, so he's quickly shoved back into the chapel. Tosca comes in and says, "Who are you talking to? I heard a woman's voice and her dress, and look at this painting, it looked like the Marchesa Davanti! You're cheating and I know it!" And he's like, blah blah blah, I'm faithful and I love you, and she's like, okay, I believe you, and leaves again. Angelotti emerges from the chapel and makes plans with Mario to get out of town when they hear the cannon signaling that his escape has been discovered, so they GTFO. The priest re-enters with some altar boys to celebrate the defeat of Napoleon, but that is abruptly halted as Scarpia busts on stage and orders a search of the building for Angelotti. He finds a fan with the Adavanti coat of arms and hatches a plan. When Tosca re-enters, Scarpia shows the fan to her, which confirms her suspicions that Mario has been a two-timing such-and-such. When she leaves to confront him, Scarpia sends 2 police officers to tail her, leading them straight to Mario. Meanwhile, the priest is leading the congregation in a Te Deum, and Scarpia takes the opportunity to declare that Tosca is giving him less than saintly thoughts, if you know what I mean. End Act 1. Act 2 opens in Scarpia's apartment. He can hear Tosca giving a performance outside, so he sends a note inviting her in. Meanwhile, his cronies bring Mario in for questioning about Angelotti, and Tosca arrives just in time for him to tell her to keep her trap shut. The torture commences off stage, and Tosca is able to hold out for a while, but ultimately she gives in and tells Scarpia where to find Angelotti. Mario is brought in, and he is more than a little disappointed at Tosca's weakness. However, a soldier comes in to announce that Napoleon's army has won a battle, which renews Mario's faith in the rebellion as he is dragged off to be executed. Tosca is distraught and willing to do anything she can to save her Mario, so Scarpia says he will be set free if Tosca will, go for a ride in his cart. Tosca, being a good Christian woman, is disgusted at the idea that such an offer could even be made and begs God for help. She finally agrees to the deal with the added stipulation that Scarpia grant her safe conduct out of the city. Scarpia arranges for a mock execution, but once he has written what she has asked for and is ready to have his way with her, she picks up his carving knife and stabs him with it. And Act 2. Act 3 opens on top of the fortress where Mario is to be executed. He is offered all of the services typically provided to one about to be executed, but he refuses every last one, wishing only to write a letter to Tosca. However, she enters telling him what she has just done and shows him the document that Scarpia wrote. She also tells him that the execution is going to be entirely fake, but that he needs to act very dead in order to ensure that no one is suspicious. They separate as the execution is about to begin, and Tosca watches anxiously from afar. The soldiers fire and Mario falls. Tosca runs to him, ensuring that everyone is gone before giving him the signal to stand. Unfortunately for her, Scarpia was a two-timing such-and-such, and it turns out the execution was real. And just when she realizes this, the soldiers also find Scarpia's dead body and run to capture her as well. With absolutely nothing left, Tosca runs to the edge of the roof and declares that she and Scarpia will be judged before God in the next life, and she jumps to her death. End of opera.